Hey, it's Leanne and Simon on Loving Life Now with today's topic, flying above the fray.
Flying above the fray.
Yes, I'm going to do some sharing.
Awesome. Well, big welcome to you all. Welcome to Loving Life Now. And this week's Facebook Live, and a great topic we've got lined up. So as you join us, pop your details in, let us know you are here. We'd love to welcome you. And who have we got out there? Cheryl, I can see that you're watching.
I
Bernie,
saw Bernie's
I
little
saw
picture.
Bernie's face pop up with a love heart. Hello, Bernie. And I can see, who else we got out there? As you join, pop your details in, let us know you're here. Paul Crockford is watching. G'day, Paul. Karen, hello, guys, looking gorgeous. Cheryl says hello. Cheryl from Sydney. Hello, Cheryl. Janice Furness is watching. G'day, Janice. Agatha Lacardi, hello from Melbourne. Happy to be here. Eda says, hi guys. Janice is watching. Yep, I saw that. Nick, g'day Nick. Good evening, Leanne and Simon. Nick says.
Hi.
Lee's just doing some
I'm just
sharing. Hi guys from Victoria. Bernie says, hey, Freys and backflips. Peggy says, hi guys, nice to see you. Thanks, Peggy.
Hi.
Miles,
Hey,
g'day Miles. Welcome to our stream. G'day to you too. And Annette, hello Annette, welcome to the stream. Shani from Sydney, hello Simon Lee, Shani says. Bridget Rees over in WA, hey guys, excited for the call, thank you. Terry says hi from tropical Cairns, g'day Terry, welcome to our live stream.
Right.
Karen Collins says hello. Gabby Viner says hello from the Gold Coast,
Gabby.
g'day Gabby.
All right, I think I'm done.
And Richard Wiseman, hello from Hampshire in the UK.
Good morning, Richard.
G'day, Richard.
Oh, I'm kicking the line.
Vicky is watching. Sue Robson says, Sue from the Goldie.
Hey.
G'day, Sue. Welcome.
Monique.
Monique Anderson, hello from where? Warbeal? Warbeal.
Warmbarrel.
Oh, is it Warbrel? I don't know.
Warmbarrel.
Satu says, hi guys.
Hey,
Brett
Brett.
Hudson. G'day, Brett from Brizzy.
Hello, Bev.
Bev in Toronto. Hello.
Francis.
Francis says, hi guys. Looking forward to this topic. Good. Our topic is what?
Flying above the fray.
Flying above the fray. What does that mean?
I don't know.
What does that mean? What are we talking about tonight? We are talking about flying above the fray, and somehow are we intertwining it with something we need to go back on from last week?
Whatever. You just won't
All right,
stop.
no, don't
Stop.
spoil
You
the
won't
fun.
Stop going on about it.
Monique says from the
G'day,
Central
Rory.
Coast, hello. Change subject. John Hodge is watching. G'day, John. Thanks for joining us. Peggy's giving us thumbs
get
up.
started.
Yeah, we
Peggy's
will.
giving us a thumbs up to get
All right, well,
started.
let's get going. We're talking about flying above the fray, but if you were with us last week, you would have known that Lee was giving me a bit of a roasting. G'day, Kelly. Lee was trying to
everyone was
roast
with
me
me.
about going slow in a V8 supercar. And after that stream, as promised, we went and pulled out the USB stick and we had a look
whatever.
at the footage of me driving the V8
Well,
supercar.
can I just say something? Compared to the other driver, you were slow.
Yeah, but he's a professional, right? So let's talk about it though. So on lap one, going round the track,
Yeah.
I was 14 seconds slower than what I was on lap 7, which was the last lap that I did, right?
Because you practiced,
So
right?
from lap 1 to lap 7, I improved 14 seconds in a lap.
Ooh.
And my top speed, do you remember what that was?
Nah.
Do you remember going down the
I
straight?
actually don't.
Come on.
I have no idea.
All right, I think it was around
I wasn't
about
paying that much attention.
145.
Is that all?
145 kilometres per hour down the straight
I got up to
into
244 on the Ferrari.
That wasn't kilometres an hour.
It was.
No, it wasn't. That was
we
miles
worked,
per
we
hour.
worked it out.
Really?
Yeah, we worked it out
it
in
was
kilometres.
No, it wasn't. It was not. It was not.
I'm going with that.
No, that was not the case. So anyway, then we looked at the driver and what his time was when he took me around. Mm-hmm. And the difference
Is a lot.
was just 9 seconds.
A lot.
So he was 9 seconds quicker
faster.
than what I was. So I actually think I was pretty impressed.
Which in car racing is a long period of time.
Well, it could be. It could
be from first to last.
No. No, it wasn't that much, right? But I was.
First to 10th.
So let's talk about. I'm flying above the fray in this topic because
that's
I'm not
what
going
you
to get
think.
caught up in the drama, right? I just think
Well, you
number
can
one,
bring it up.
number one, I improved from
Yes, good-
lap
good
1
job,
to
babe, good
to
job.
lap 7.
Good job.
And number two is that I moved closer to the professional driver. I thought I did well.
Good job.
So I walked away feeling pretty good about all that. After last week, you giving me a roasting about, how slow I might have gone, driving like a grandpa.
And then you've been driving around in my car like a race car driver ever since.
Ever since.
Simon, it's none of your business what anyone thinks of you when you're driving.
That's
exactly,
right.
Brett.
I know
exactly.
that. I know that. But I just wanted to share
You
this
had
with
to bring it up.
I wanted to share it because you know what? I was proud to go back and watch it.
Good job, babe.
And,
I'm proud of you.
And see how much I actually improved.
Yeah.
So what's the moral to the story? The moral to the story is fly above the fray. Don't get caught up in other people's opinions.
Roastings.
Other people's roastings. Other people's whatever, drama. And just know, that you can come from a place of your higher self.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm coming from a place of my higher self saying, you know what? I'm super proud of my result, how I went, the improvement from my first lap to my seventh lap, I think and I improved every single lap. So, that just goes to show me.
Did you come to realisation in our float today when you were calming your mind? Is that when it happened?
Yeah, so we had a great day this afternoon. We took some self-love time out.
Yep.
And we went for a float experience, a couples float. And we had a 45-minute massage after that. And that was our afternoon. We sort of blocked it out and went, right,
we're working hard this afternoon.
We're taking time out and we're going to... And how did we go to the float? Where'd you get that from?
It was my Valentine's present.
It was. One that's mutually beneficial.
Yeah, exactly why he brought it.
So it was a mutually beneficial... Here we go, look. 145 miles per hour.
So I still beat you because I was 244.
She wasn't going 223 kilometres.
No, he's saying 145.
No, that says miles per hour.
Oh, you've got it around the wrong way, Richard.
Yeah, the other way, Richard.
Other way around. So he's saying 145 kilometres. So tell us how
if
many
you
that
go
is in miles.
232, let's say 232 miles per hour, what's that in kilometres?
Well, I did 244. So 244 miles. That's what I need to know.
Anyway, so let's move on from that because we don't need to, that was a long time ago. That was in Vegas.
I don't care.
So anyway, and we've got that on a disc somewhere, haven't we?
Yes.
We need to have a look at that. Mm-hmm. All right, so are you getting stuck? Let me just fix our little notes here because they're falling down. So are you getting stuck with your point of view? That's probably a big thing. Are you getting stuck with your point of view?
Yeah, you are.
With respect to fear, you can become more afraid, right?
Yeah.
If you operate from fear.
Yeah.
So if I went out there and operated from fear when I was driving the V8 supercars, then I would have been afraid, right? But I didn't. I had to overcome that. So are you rising above fear that's going on in your life? So when you rise above, you actually are flying above the fray. You're really not getting caught up in all the fear and scaremongering that goes on.
Monkey talk.
Yeah, and you're just above it. Now, of course, if we come from a place of fear, it limits our ability to see and think more, and the scary things seem big, right? So if we come from a place of fear, it limits our ability to be able to see clearly. And you know what? When that happens, Lee?
What?
You can't see the big picture.
No.
So you're not flying above the fray
So you're
coming
looking
from
here instead of out here.
Yeah, you're not seeing the big picture. So whenever you're going to do something, you want to be, if something's fascinating you or something's giving you a bit of a challenge, have a big picture perspective. That's what I was trying to get out. A big picture perspective. So look at something and say, okay, let me step back from this for a moment. What is the big picture perspective here? Or am I getting caught up in the nitty gritty? Am I getting caught up in the fear? Am I getting caught up in the drama?
What's happening right now and what's going on right now?
Yeah, am I getting caught up in that?
Yeah.
So you can see the big picture. Problems today in our life, like in your life, our kids' lives, problems today are much bigger picture perspective because there's more going on in people's lives, right, than what there was 40, 50 years ago.
Yeah, well, I've had a couple big operations recently, and there's just been all this different stuff going on, and I could have sat there and been really scared and whatever, which of course I was scared a little bit, but then you've got to look at what the long-term results are.
Yeah, what's the big picture perspective, right? So you've got to always come from that place. you want to come from your higher self, and your higher self is going to stand back, take a step back and look at things. So are you seeing yourself, are you seeing the situation from your higher self or your lower self? Now, your higher self is going to take the time to step back and look at things and look at what the problems are and require you to take that bigger picture perspective. Mm-hmm. But your lower self will come from everything's an emergency. Oh my God, it's a drama.
Yeah.
I feel hopeless. I don't know what to do.
I'm a victim.
Yeah, it's a real lower self perspective. So, if you ever find yourself coming from that lower self perspective, everything it's an emergency. It's gotta happen. It's got to be done now. It's a drama. Oh my God. I've been caught up in this and you believe that this is happening, or are you actually taking a step back and going, well, hang on a tick. What's the bigger picture here? And how can I look at this in a more empowering way? And that's about flying above the fray, right?
Okay, so Satu says, I've always succeeded in my life and so afraid to fail in this business. I have to succeed here to prove those around me I'm here for success. So Satu, so when I got started here, I was afraid of success rather than afraid of failure, because I didn't think I was like the people that were successful. So I was afraid, well, what if I create results and then I can't do what they do?
Right.
Right?
Yep.
So maybe look at it a different way would be my theory. So you've been successful, so just apply those strategies to here.
Yeah.
Do the same thing. Have the same leadership skills, like use the same.
And saying like affirming to yourself that I'm afraid to fail in business is coming from your lower self, because you're actually affirming to yourself that you are afraid to fail. So, you want to come from the higher self perspective, and that is really just coming from a place of success, right? That I choose success.
Yep.
There is no other option. There's not even an option to fail, yourself. It's just coming from a place of creating the results.
And you just got to do the things that successful people do.
Yeah.
And just keep doing that.
Yeah. So when we come from our lower self, we also allow a fearful mindset, right? And it creates a fear in ourself, and that's certainly our lower self, right?
Yeah.
So as I just highlighted to you, if we come from that fear mindset, the fearful self is coming from a lower self perspective. Now, we can justify our actions in that lower self, right? We can justify the actions that we take, and we can react to situations because we're coming from a fear and certainly coming from a place of, I don't want to fail. Well, I want to be successful is the positive side of that, right? I actually deserve and will be successful. And it's a journey. Everyone's journey is different. So assign yourself what state of mind you want to choose. What state of mind are you going to allow to control you? So is it going to be the higher self state of mind or the lower self state of mind? So is it going to be coming from an empowering place or a fearful place? And those are two really important aspects. What did Oli...
There's a few comments we missed. So Karen said, I feel the same way, Lee. I'm working on it to get to succeed. So Karen, what I realised is I don't have to be those successful people. I just have to be me. Whereas I was thinking, I've got to be like them.
Yeah.
Right? And for me, it was like, well, they all, when they talk, they've got all this fairy code and this beautiful way with words. And I'm like, straight to the point. So for me, it was like, I'm not that kind of person. So
I think you evolve as well. Like
yes.
You evolve into a new version of yourself by connecting yourself with people that are creating results. So you learn word tracks, you learn who you're showing up as, who you're being.
And I'm still not the fairy coder, but that's okay. Yeah. Not everyone has to be the fairy coder.
No.
So Peggy says, take the motivation you have to succeed and succeed. You have it in you.
Absolutely.
Bernie says, oh, Lee, Lee, so relate to fear of success. New option, I am successful and I am allowed.
Yep.
Satu says, thank you guys. It means a lot to hear your thoughts. Annette, it is all about continuing to learn and grow, a journey, not a destination. Absolutely.
Very true. Satu says, thanks.
No worries.
Karen says, thank you, Lee, for the advice. All right, so assign your state of mind. Be in control of what state of mind you're allowing to be in control, whether it's your higher self or your lower self. So remember, big picture perspective.
Yeah.
look from that, or am I looking from emergency, drama, blah, 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 noise, right? Don't come on from a place of noise and hopelessness. Come from an empowering place. What can I do about it? Let's step back. Let's look at it with a fresh set of eyes. And how can I make a different choice or a different decision around that? Thanks for your honest, humbling sharing, says Bernie.
I've got another one. Okay, so I had an aha moment this week when I read this quote. You are not your thoughts. You're a thinker of your thoughts.
Mm-hmm. You're not your thoughts. You're a thinker of your thoughts. That's interesting. Good concept. All right, so we talk about stabilising and controlling your results. So how do you stabilise and control your results, right? What do you do?
By taking charge of you and your thoughts.
Yes, exactly what the comment was just about. How ironic, right? You've got to take charge of your thoughts. So take charge of what you're allowing in here. And what
you're in control of what's in here.
Absolutely. So you're in control. Managing yourself is like managing a group of people. I love that quote. So managing yourself is like managing a group of people. Now,
so
why
is
that?
Then?
Well, yeah, absolutely. So if you're managing a group of people in a workplace or something of that nature, you think about all the different dynamics that you're managing, right? Yeah, different personalities, different attitudes, mindsets. So when you're managing yourself, it's like managing a group of people. And you've got to learn who do you want to lead the group?
Me.
Yeah, but who is you? Who's you? Which version of you
is... The successful version.
Yeah, which version of you are you going to allow to be the leader of the group or the leader of you, right? So I love that quote again. Managing yourself is like managing a group of people, and then decide who do you want to lead. So who do you want to lead? Which personality, which person are you looking to allow yourself to lead that group? So if you're the group and there's lots of you, right? Which person am I allowing to be in control?
Cool. So Sue says, for me, it is about comparing myself with others. It is a constant need to be aware of to not compare myself. And I did that, Sue, back at the start too. I was always comparing myself and my results with other people's results. And I was like, well, they're on a different journey than me. They're at a different place than me. They're doing something different to me. Yeah. So you really just can't compare yourself. No,
totally. And you know what? One of the things is that you can aspire.
Use them as an inspiration.
Yeah, you can aspire to be like others, right? Andy Andrews, great author, great personal development speaker, but an amazing author, writes some amazing books, and one of them is called The 7 Decisions. And so The Traveller's Gift talks about the 7 decisions in The Traveller's Gift. And, one of the things that Andy Andrews talks about is, how we have a board of directors in our life. Who do we allow to influence us? Who do we allow to aspire? Who are we aspiring to be like? Do we have people who have got great marriages, great relationships, and they're on a board of directors? Somebody over here is a self-made millionaire and they're on our board of directors. Another person over here is really conscious about their health and fitness, so they're on my board of directors. So you've got this board of directors made up of people that you aspire to things that they stand for in their life.
Yeah.
Right. And you can have that, seek inspiration from them. You can get inspired by things that they do or say, and you can implement those things in your life. So when we talk about, being you, right? Not being somebody else, but it being you is you evolve, you create you, right? But you can be a new version of you.
Yeah.
Because as you evolve and as you grow, then you become a more evolved version of yourself.
I'm becoming a new version of me.
That's awesome. You are. That was so funny how you did that. That was almost a proud moment. Yeah, this proud moment. Becoming this new version of myself.
A new version of myself. Awesome. Anyway, some people understand what I'm talking about. Some won't. They're not good. So Brett says, I need to take some of my personalities to HR and sack them. Just keep the good ones.
That's right.
Good one, Brett. Peggy and Ida are saying, well, especially if you're a Gemini.
Totally. Yep.
Every we do or do not is a reflection of our identity. Mandy says, I've realised when I confront my fears, most of the time what I feared so much turns out not to be scary at all.
Oh, look, totally. I mean, you're exactly right.
Because you're worrying about stuff that hasn't even happened yet.
Yeah.
And then it doesn't happen and you're like, oh, well, what was I worried about?
Yeah, totally. So we go back to leading the group, right? So who are you going to allow to lead the group? So are you going to allow the compulsive you to lead the group? And the problem with the compulsive you is that could lead to a lack of consistency and huge swings, right? Up and down and up and down. So you can have huge swings if you allow the compulsive you to lead the group. But on the other hand, if you allow the frightened person to lead the group, what are you going to get? You're going to get people running away, right? You're going to be frightened, you're going to be afraid, and you'll never go towards your goal, right? So work out which person you want to lead your group, right? Look at yourself and think, how do I want to lead? And how am I going to show up in leading, being that leader?
So Francis says, this is the single biggest issue in my life that I'm working on to overcome.
Awesome. All right. Well, first step is acknowledging it.
Yeah.
Right? Is actually being aware that, this is a challenge for me. And it's a challenge, something that I want to change and work on.
So Sat says, I have started to revisit the business from the beginning as if it was day one, step by step with a better mindset.
Ah, great approach, right? You've taken a step back and you're looking at it and you'll come to it with a whole new lens, a whole new vision, a whole new attitude, a whole new understanding. Some things you'll go, yep, I've got this. Others you'll go, yeah, well, that was easy. Why was I challenged with that the first time? Right? Yeah. Sometimes when we go back and we look at things through a different lens, we can find it easier, simpler, not as complicated, not as challenging.
Yeah.
But that's also about us evolving and growing as well. So there's many, many benefits. So getting back to the topic, are you prepared to fly above the fray? All right. So come from that higher self, bigger picture perspective. What's the bigger picture here? What am I looking at? Take a step back. Evaluate what's going on, make some better choices and better decisions around how you react, how you respond, what action you take, who you're allowing to lead the group. Put yourself in a position of being a leader and you're leading a group of people. Who do I want to be leading that group of people? I want the motivated, positive go-getter. I want them leading the people. I want them being a demonstration. And just know that, coming from that higher self perspective, is much, much better than coming from a lower self perspective, which is drama, it's an emergency, and I'm helpless. It's all helpless. I don't know why I bother. I might as well give up. Yeah. I might as well give up now. It's coming from your lower self. So are you playing below the line or above the line? So it's an imaginary line.
Where's the line? Here?
Am I coming from below the line or am I coming from above the line? So it's, same concept as higher self, lower self perspective. So that's our great topic for this evening. What have we got? Any other comments come up? No other comments. So if you've got any other comments that you want to add about coming from your higher self, not your lower self, and also about flying above the fray, we'd love to hear it. Otherwise, what else we got going on? We had a great relaxing day.
Ooh, what are we doing this weekend?
Oh, we're getting on a plane.
We are.
We're getting on a plane.
Yay.
We're going to fly in the sky on Friday.
We are.
So jumping on a plane on Friday, we're heading down to
Adelaide.
South Australia.
Miss Kirsty Mailer. We haven't had enough of each other.
Going down to Adelaide.
We see each other every few weeks.
Yeah, go to a winery. We'll catch up down there.
Too.
And we'll go to the Adelaide Fringe Festival's on.
Yep.
Going there on Friday night, I believe.
Yes.
And then
probably a wine bar, a cocktail bar.
Got some stuff planned on Saturday, Sunday, out to breakfast, catching up with one of my associates in Saturday morning in Adelaide, and then we fly back Monday.
Yeah.
So a quick fleeting visit down to Adelaide.
Jam-packed weekend.
And but looking forward to that. But we've got a busy week with our company trainings this week, so we've got all that to go, and then of course. Off to Adelaide for the weekend. So that will be good fun. And we'll be back here, of course, next week with another great topic. Ken says you can't fly with eagles if you're running with turkeys. That's right. I like that, Ken. Well done. You can't fly. Well, they say you got to soar with the eagles. Fly with the eagles, soar with the eagles, same thing. You definitely don't want to run with the turkeys Or my saying is you don't want to scratch for peanuts with the monkeys. So, I used to work with a bunch of monkeys and I got tired of...
Hey, friends!
I got tired of scratching for peanuts.
Aren't you friends with some of your expert colleagues?
This was excellent. Thank you very much, says Francis. Thanks, Francis. And, what else we got? Richard said, thanks for a great stream. Enjoy your getaway. We will. We'll have a great fun. We'll be back next week. We'll have another great topic. We are back next week, yes?
Yeah,
and we are. And... that's what's going on in our Haggard life at the moment.
Yeah, awesome.
So thanks for joining us on Facebook Live this evening. Mandy said, loved it. Thank you. Brett says, thank you once again.
You can fly in, what? You can fly in, you dare to try.
You can fly in, you dare to try.
I think it's meant to say something. Hey,
great
Terry.
topic today. Thank you, Shani says. And Terry said, yep, thanks for sharing such great info. Fabulous weekend. We will. Excellent topic. Thank you. Well, thanks, everyone. We'll see you again next week for another great topic on Loving Life Now Facebook page.
We're getting up at 4:30. Thanks, Bev.
Thanks, Bev.
Bye.
See you later. See you, Cheryl. Bye.